Time once again for some HTBL baseball. It is game number 23 for everybody. I'm Big Paulie coming to you. We will first recap what happened on the game timeline of April 30th. Recording date is July 19, 2021. So, in everybody's game 22, because this is how Action PC schedule works, we use the Action PC historical set. Action PC 2021. It was the Blue Jays over the Rays, who returned to the Sky Dome, because I didn't realize until now that they were in Buffalo and not where they should be. So we used the 2019 Rogers Center Park effects for the Blue Jays, and they won 4-3. Henkin 3-1 over Hubble 2-2. Pete Browning for Tampa Bay went 2 for 4, 2 stolen bases. The Indians 3-2 over the slumping Red Sox. Lemon 3-1 over Radats 0-1. Flick 2 for 4, triple-double. The Orioles over the Tigers 8-2. Palmer 4-1. Bridges is now 0-5. Jim Gentile 2 for 3 and a homer, his first. In 11, a slugfest at Great American Ballpark. The Marlins beat the Reds 11-10. Hammond 2-0 over Hasagawa, 2-1, and Willingham 3 for 5. He hit 2 homers to get the 3 on the year and 6 RBIs. The Phillies 3-2 over the Pirates. Roberts over Tannehill. Roberts is 3-2. Tannehill is 1-4. Delahanty 2 for 4 and a double. Braves 9, Nats 8. Graves 2-1 over Hahn, 1-3. Duke Snyder, who plays for Washington in this sim, a homer, his second, and 5 ribbies. Expos 4, Mets 2, Martinez 2-2 over Matlack, 0-3, Cranepool 3 for 3, a homer, his second, and 2 RBIs. In the game we showed you last on the HTBL, it was the White Sox losing out to the Yankees 5-4, Ruffing 2-2 over Faber, 1-3, Minoso 2 for 4, he had his second home run of the year, and I was amazed he's already hit 2 RBIs. The Rangers 7, the Royals 4. Mullen 4-1 over Jackson 2-1. Gonzalez 2 for 4. A homer, his third, and 3 RBIs. A's 4, Browns 3. Whitney 4-2 over Davenport 1-4. Sizzler went 3 for 4. A stolen base. I don't know if they have Sizzler Steakhouses in Oakland. And the Mariners 7-1 over the Twins. Rudolph 3-2. Blyleven now 2-3. Ken Griffey Jr. a homer, his 8th. He has 5 RBIs. Angels 7. The Astros 3. Lackey 2-2. Wilson 3-2. The loser. Herman 3 for 5. A homer, his second, and 3 RBIs. Cubs 6. Padres 5. Hernandez 3-2. Johnson 2-2. Walter Johnson pitches for San Diego in this sim. And Sandberg 2 for 3, a homer, his fourth, 3 ribbies. Dodgers 5, Brewers 4, Peranoski 1-0, Plesac 0-1, Mike Piazza continues a hot start to his HTBL season, 1-3, a homer, his 9th, and a walk. Rockies 11, Diamondbacks 7 in 12, Reed 1-1, the winner. Valverde 0-1, the loser. Smith 5 for 6. 5 hits on the day. A homer, his first, and a double. And the Cardinals and the Giants. It was the Cardinals 9, the Giants 3. Gibson 4-1. Kane not warming it up, 1-2. Edmonds 3 for 5. A homer, his 5th, and 3 RBI. So that'll bring us to today's game, which will be St. Louis and San Francisco. Will head you out to Pac Bell Park. Let me first show you some more extended statistics since we are now in a new month of play. Billy Werber still leading in batting average in both leagues at .440. Piazza right behind him at .432. Ed Walsh is 124. Carruthers of St. Louis at 137. Ned Garver 142. St. Louis, the hot-hitting team at 303. Their team team batting average. The team ERA leader is the Chicago White Sox at 2.47. Wally Berger leads in homers and runs batted in, 12 and 32 respectively. The OPS leader Piazza at 1366. Speaker has driven in 26 runs to lead everybody. Philadelphia has scored 6.8 runs a game to lead everybody. And we told you the team batting statistics. So Ed Walsh, still your leader. Pete Alexander has picked up 5 wins. Dan Quisenberry of the Royals, 6 saves. Nolan Ryan leading in strikeouts at 48. Tony Mullane has pitched 71 innings. Talk about a rubber arm. He's well over everybody else. Jim Whitney, second best at 54. Scott Sullivan has appeared for 12 games, in 12 games for Toronto. That leads everybody. And Chicago leading in the ERA. And those are your highlights. Yeah, Tampa Bay had 7 stolen bases in that game with the Red Sox. I'm sorry, not the Red Sox, but with Toronto. We'll show you the standings here. We'll focus in on that. In the NL East, Philadelphia is already up 7. Pittsburgh's in the Mid-East. Reds leading by 3 over Montreal. St. Louis 3 over the Brewers. And the Giants and the Dodgers right now tied at 14 and 8. In the AL East, New York leading by 2 over the surprising Tampa Bay Rays. We have a tie between Cleveland and Chicago atop the AL Mid-East at 12 and 10. Kansas City leading by 4 over the Browns, the Twins, and the Astros. Actually, they lead the Astros by 5. And the Rangers and the Angels are tied out in the AL West. The division winners will make the playoffs, plus 1 wild card team. But we have a long way to go before we get there. We have played 22 games. Each team has played 22 games, and we have 122 games left on the schedule for everybody. So let's take you out to Pac-Bell Park in San Francisco. I will be playing as the Giants. They will be playing St. Louis. The Giants 14 and 8. St. Louis 16 and 6. So you're getting a battle of division leaders today. And off we go. Let the computer set the lineup for San Francisco. We'll go through the lineup each way in the first inning.
Pitching for San Francisco, Gaylord, Perry.
Perry leads his team out at Pac-Bell Park. And we are underway. The weather conditions, a bit of a light rain at Pac-Bell Park, 60 degrees. A wind blowing 5 miles an hour, left to right to left, I beg your pardon. And we are using the 2020 Park Effects for Oracle Park. I called it Pac-Bell Park, which is what it was originally named. So let's go through the statistics, and I'm going to have to do something with this play-by-play screen here. So just hold on a moment, or I'm not going to see any plays at first base. Okay. We'll change the play-by-play to extra small and see if I can see first base. I kind of, sort of can. Can I make the call box a little smaller? Team liners, stat box, stat box location, stay place. See if that'll work any. Nope, that did not work out about the way I wanted it to. So let's go back to game preferences. Maybe they're having a series of introductions for the game at Pac-Bell Park, or Oracle Park, I'm sorry. We'll go extra small. Okay, so we're going to have to take our guess as to what happens at first base on occasion. So your lineup for the Cardinals is as follows. It's Ozzie Smith leading off, playing shortstop. Keith Hernandez is at first, batting second. Rogers Hornsby, the Raja, is at second. He will bat third. Edmonds at center. He bats fourth. Medwick in left, batting fifth. Boyer at third, bats sixth. Simmons catching is seventh. Callison in right field, batting eighth. Danning is the DH. He bats ninth. Defensively, for the Giants, Barry Bonds in left, a 7 and a 5, meaning he has a 7 range and a 5 arm. Pagan, a 7 and a 5 in center. Bobby Bonds, who could play for anyone, 8 and an 8 in right. Davenport, a 7 at third. Pee Wee Reese, because remember, the Brooklyn Dodgers are not represented. So Pee Wee Reese was picked up by the Giants of all teams in the draft, and he is a 7 at short. Jeff Kent, a 6 at second. McCovey, a 6 at first. Behind the dish is Tom Haller. Last time we saw the Giants in Colorado, he got ejected from the game, and they had to put Richard Rillier in because they didn't want to put Dick Dietz in at DH. In fact, he's at DH again today. He's a 6 and a 5 behind the dish. Perry is a 6, has a 6 range, a hold of 4, and he can go 140 pitches. So far on the season, Perry has not played what the game would suggest he play. A 4.71 ERA, 1 and 4 to start the season, 36 and a third innings pitched, 35 hits given up. Opposing batting average 246, 35 hits, 8 homers, 14 walks, 18 Ks. And with all of that, we go to Ozzie Smith leading off, 247 on the year, no homers and 5 RBIs. He has stolen 6 bases. The pitch. And this is a grounder base hit to right. Bobby Bonds scoops that up. And we'll have to highlight the box here to see that Ozzie Smith has an 82% stolen base chance. Pick him off. Not to be. So we'll just pitch to Keith Hernandez. Hernandez now on the year, 267, no homers and 7 RBIs. And this is skied to right. Bonds backing up a little bit. It's off the wall. And let's see. No real shot to get Ozzie Smith. He will score from first on the double. And it's 1-0 Cardinals. Rogers Hornsby is your new hitter. 4-13 on the year. 9 homers and 28 RBIs. He struck out. First K of the game for Gaylord. We do not use the 2021 rules as to what substances pitchers can use on their throwing arms, so not really checking for spitballers. Of course, now they basically strip search them. Just about. And it's Jim Edmonds, the 4-hitter, 326 on the year, 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Hit to right. Bonds makes the catch. That's Bobby Bonds in right. 2 outs now for the Cardinals in the first. Up now is Joe Medwick, 370 on the year. Boy, the Cardinals have some good hitters. 2 homers and 15 RBIs. I forgot to open up my Coke, folks, so just bear with me a moment. There we go. It is Coke I drink. I do not drink beer. Because who knows what I would say if I got drunk. So Perry, 947 fielding percentage, by the way. The pitch to him. Grounded to the first baseman, McCovey. Perry will cover first. And the Giants get out of the first, only surrendering a run. Bob Carruthers pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's had a good year so far. And this is the situation and the lineup for San Francisco. Reese leads off, hitting shortstop. He is shortstop. Pagan in center is your number 2 hitter. Kent at second bats third. McCovey, first base, bats fourth. Bobby Bonds in right, bats fifth. Barry Bonds in left, bats sixth. Dick Dietz is your DH, hitting seventh. Haller catching, batting eighth. Davenport at third, batting ninth. Perry had 14 pitches, and Carruthers is yet to pitch. Both pitchers have an EPC of 140 for the game. Expected pitch count. Defensively for the Cardinals, it's Medwick, a 6 and a 4 in left. Edmonds, a 10 and a 7 at center. Callison, an 8 and a 9 in right. Came over from the Phillies, probably drafted by St. Louis. Ken Boyer, a 9 at third. Great defensive third baseman. Smith, of course, is a 10 at short. Rogers Hornsby is a 6 at second. Hernandez, a 10 at first base. Behind the dish, Ted Simmons catches. He's a 6 and a 5. Could also play left field. Bob Carruthers has a 7 range and his fielding percentage of .919. So far on the year, Crothers 137, 4-0 on the year, 46 innings pitched, 34 hits, 3 homers given up, 8 walks, 17 Ks. His whip is .913, way beyond expectations, and his opposing batting average right now, .207. Pee Wee Reese, I knew I was going to stumble over that. He leads off, .337 on the year. 2 homers, 9 ribbies, has 4 stolen bases. Always like to mention the number of stolen bases the leadoff man has. Carruthers deals. And this is hit to short. Great play by Ozzie, but what would you expect? And he gets it over the first in time. That is a web gem. So an outstanding play by Ozzie Smith to start the game. Pagan, an 8 bunter. So the corners will play in. I'm not going to bunt, though. .255 on the year. No homers, 5 RBIs. And this is going to be Hernandez. He's going to sprint to the first base bag. 2 outs. Jeff Kent up, .297. 8 homers and 19 RBIs. Just getting underway here at San Francisco's Park. A base hit to the left. That'll bring up stretch. Willie McCovey. .222 on the year, 5 homers and 13 RBIs. Kent is a 67% stolen base chance. They're thinking about it. And we're going to send him. Oh, he's out. A caught stealing. So side retired. We'll have McCovey come up in inning number 2. 1 inning gone by, 1-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Bringing up Ken Boyer, .407 on the year, in 81 at-bats, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. And Perry will deal to him. Up the middle, a base hit. Pagan retrieves it. And Perry gives up another hit. That is his 3rd given up on the day. Ted Simmons up. Ted is .244 on the year, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Not really too concerned about Ken Boyer. And that's a base hit to left center. Pagan picked it up, it looked like, threw over to third, but the damage done there. Runners at first and second, Boyer at second, Simmons at first for Johnny Callison. Callison on the year, .234, 4 homers and 17 ribbies. Grounder to third. Davenport will go for the single out at first, and they get it. 5-3. And with 1 out, Danning is hitting .224, so you really want to pitch to him and not walk him. 58 at-bats. No homers and 6 ribbies has Danning. Harry Danning. I will play the infield halfway. Here's the pitch. And a K, and that's a big K for Gaylord, his 2nd of the game. And now we go back to the top of the order, and Ozzie Smith. Ozzie on the day, 1 for 1. Hit up the middle. Perry stabs it over the first, and the Giants force the Cardinals to leave another 2 men on. That's 3 for the day for them. And it's 1-0 going to the Giants' 2nd. Grounder to third. Boyer over to Hernandez, and that's out number 2. Barry Bonds, .218 on the year. He's been struggling in that 6-hole. 4 homers and 10 RBIs. You'd think a guy who could hit 73 home runs would not struggle. Here's the pitch. Grounder to right, a base hit. And Barry's aboard. And you know we're going to send him, right? And he's safe, a stolen base for Berry. Dick Dietz stepping in, .288 on the year, 5 homers and 12 RBIs. That's ball 4. Dietz is aboard. Runners at first and second for Tom Haller, who's hitting a miserable .195. I think the AI would let Dick Dietz do the catching, but we'll see. Carruthers at 26 pitches, 2 outs, bottom of the 2nd. Grounder to first, right to Hernandez, side retired. At the end of 2, 1-0 Cardinals. So Hernandez digs in 1-for-1 on the day. Perry now up to 33 pitches, so he's going about 17 an inning. 16.5, yes, I know. And the pitch to him, grounded to the second shortstop, Pee Wee Reese, who throws over to McCovey and gets the first out. 1 out in the top of the third for Rogers Hornsby, 0-for-1. His batting average went way down to .409. That's hit well to center. Pagan racing back makes the putout at the warning track. 2 gone. Jim Edmonds is 0-for-1 on the day. Cardinals leading 1-0, 2 outs, top of the third. Right to Kent, a soft line drive, and he stabs it easily. To the Giants' third and Jim Davenport, the number 9 hitter. So this is the last stats package I have for you all. 274, a homer, and 6 ribbies. And now he's got a K more. Carruthers that was the first K for him on the day. ERA now down to 130. It's almost Bob Gibson-like numbers. Pee Wee Reese stepping in, 333 on the year. Well, I told you all this. 2 homers, 9 RBIs. And if you'll give me a moment to set up my logo. There we go, for the bottom of the seventh inning. See, I try to think ahead. The deal to Reese, grounder to third, Boyer over to Hernandez, and it's now 2 gone in the bottom of the third for Pagan. Angel Pagan is 0-for-1 on the day. And that's a base hit to right. Callison comes in quickly, throws that into the infield. Brings up Jeff Kent. Kent is 1-for-1 on the day. But you can't see the running number with how Oracle Park is set up. Should be 79%, but they're probably holding them, so I don't want to risk it. We'll do a hit and run here with Kent. Grounded to third, and that was a waste, especially with 2 outs. So it's 5-3 on the putout there. We have played 3. It is 1-0, 1-4-0 for St. Louis, 0-3-0 for San Francisco, and each team has left 3 on base. Perry against Ducky Medwick, 0-for-1 on the day. Grounded to first, McCovey, Perry covering, 1 out. Ken Boyer is 1-for-1, 415 now on the year. Sharply hit the left field. This goes all the way to the wall, and Barry Bonds a little slow getting to it, and Boyer in at third with a triple. I think you got to play infield in here. I know it's early to be doing it, but let's try to get the out here with 1 out to Ted Simmons, 1-for-1. There's the K again, and Perry has now struck out 3. Back to normal positions for Johnny Callison, who is 0-for-1. Soft line drive to Kent, and that retires the side. We've now played 3.5. It is 1-0 Giants. 1-0 Cardinals, I beg your pardon. McCovey stepping in for the Giants. He is 0-for-1. Hit to right center field, a base hit, and McCovey will go to second, and he's out. Did not do anything. McCovey just went for 2, and he got nailed at second base. So 1 out for Bobby Bonds, who is 0-for-1. Grounder to the shortstop Smith. No trouble at all throwing that to first. And there's 2 outs. Barry Bonds is 1-for-1. Grounder to first. Hernandez makes it look easy. And after 4, it's 1-0 St. Louis. Going to the 5th now. Danning is 0-for-1. Hit well to center. Pagan on his bicycle. Great play at the left center field fence for the first out. As Ron would say, he was riding his Schwinn. Gaylord Perry 62 pitches now with 13 retired. Deals with Ozzie Smith, who is a 10 bunter. We will bring the corners in and see what happens. Strike 3, number 4 on the day for Perry. 4 Ks. He has not walked anybody. Keith Hernandez, 1 for 2. Grounded to the shortstop, Reese. Over to first. In time. Midway through, it's 1-0. Dick Dietz coming in for the Giants. He has not had an official at-bat because he walked. Inning number 2. Second K of the game for Dietz. Haller is 0 for 1. Haller, if you hear me. And that was a passed ball, so Simmons threw to Hernandez to ensure the out. And there's 2 gone. Jim Davenport 0 for 1. Popped. It's not going to make the outfield. Oh, yeah, okay. It was a single. It was one of those Bermuda Triangle plays. Smith, Edmonds, and Hornsby each converged, and it dropped between them. The old I got it, you don't got it. So Davenport with a single out of all of that. Back to the top of the order for the Giants, their third time through. Here's Pee Wee Reese 0 for 2. Soft line drive to Hornsby and the side retired. We have played 5. 1-0 in favor of St. Louis. Each team has left 4 on base. Back to the Raja, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Reese with a nice play. A throw over to McCovey. 1 out. Jim Edmonds, 0 for 2. Grounded to first. McCovey will take it himself for the second out. Medwick is 0 for 2, and we have a rain delay. Check your pitchers, I am being told. The rain lasts 57 minutes, and I am being told both pitchers are still strong, so we'll leave Perry in the game. That's the first rain delay we have had on the HTBL broadcast, although I did have a rain delay in a Rays game. I manage the Rays off camera most of the time, unless they're doing well, then I would put them in it as game of the week. So we resume now after nearly an hour. Rear rain delay in San Francisco. Medwick 0 for 2. Hit well to left center field. How well? That well, a home run for Ducky Medwick as that goes beyond the left center stands. 407 happy feet for the Cardinals. We will look at this again. Kaboom! Went that ball. And it's 2-0. 2-0 in favor of St. Louis. I nearly called them San Luis, like San Luis Obispo, California. So Boyer steps in. He's now 2 for 2. Grounder to right, a base hit, and you kind of wonder how strong is Gaylord Perry. We will visit the mound and find out. Perry is strong. Okay. Simmons stepping in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Runner at first. Sharply hit to right. Can Bonds get to it? He can. Bobby Bonds. And a very long top of the 6th inning. Cardinals get another one. It's 2-0 their way. Pagan stepping in the bottom of the 6th for San Francisco. He is 1 for 2. Grounded to the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Out is the call. Close play, a bang-bang play at first, but again, the Cardinal defense showing their wizardry, no pun intended. Jeff Kent is 1 for 2. That's a K, number 4. That brings up Stretch McCovey, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Crothers still looking strong. That's a soft line drive to Hornsby. Perry is okay, you say. Okay. Well, actually, when I told you Perry could go 140, actually that changed. With the rain delay, they can now each go 110. So we'll keep an eye on Perry this inning. He faces Johnny Callison. 0 for 2. We're in the top of the 7th. Base hit to center. Danning comes in. He is 0 for 2. Another base hit to center, and Callison goes to third. So I'm thinking maybe we should pull Perry here. And their stopper is Nen. 2.64 ERA. I'm thinking it's time we pull Perry. We got lefty, righty, lefty, so we'll look for a lefty here. And we're going to Sparky Lyle. Sparky Lyle comes in for the Giants. 2-0 on the year. He's pitched 15 innings, 7 hits, 7 walks, 11 Ks. His whip and opposing batting average better than anyone thought it could be. 933 and 130, respectively. So Perry does not get out of the 7th. He's pitched 6 innings and 2 batters. And we got to play infield in here, I would think. For Ozzie Smith, who is 1 for 3. And that goes by Reese for a base hit. It goes all the way to the wall. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and it's 4-0 Giants. So 4-0 Cardinals. The Cardinals blowing the game open there. Let's look at that replay. And that got by Barry. Barry could not bring it in. A triple for the Wizard, and it's 4-0. And we got to do the same here for Keith Hernandez, who is 1 for 3 on the day. Slow grounder to Kent, which is going to keep Smith at third, over to McCovey for the first out. I think now you play corners in. Hornsby is 0 for 3. And that's a base hit to right center. Smith scores 5-0 Cardinals. Jim Edmonds coming in 0 for 3. And that's a K for Lyle. Lyle picking up his first save. He now has 12 on the year. Medwick is 1 for 3. Hit to right. Bonds doesn't have to move much. 7th inning stretch time. Big Polly coming to you for this latter part of the game. Let me show you the box score. 5-11-0 for the Cards, 0-5-0 for the Giants. Carruthers still in there. Perry has seen the showers by now. Lyle came in relief, did not pitch well. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned. And there's your story. Bobby Bonds, 0 for 2. And that's K number 5 for Bobby. And a K for Bobby, but Carruthers has picked up his 5th K. Barry Bonds, 1 for 2. And that goes all the way to the wall. Bonds going for 3. He's safe with a triple. So the Giants would love to pick up a run here and make it a 1-swing game. Dietz is 0 for 1. And that's K number 6 for Carruthers. Haller is 0 for 2. That's a base hit. That brings in the first run for the Giants. Bonds touches the plate. Barry Bonds. And it's 5-1. Davenport, 1 for 2. Let's check Halter. He's not a stolen base threat at all. And that's K number 7 for Carruthers. Side retired. Lyle is at 26 pitches. He could go 50. If he gets in any trouble, though, I'm not going to keep him in there. Boyer is 3 for 3. Base hit left center. So Boyer's batting average is now .435. Simmons is 1 for 3 on the day. Grounder to third. They'll try for the double play. They get it. 5-4-3. And there's 2 outs for Johnny Callison. Callison is 1 for 3. Base hit to right. Probably going to bring in another pitcher for the Giants in the 9th, provided Lyle gets out of this. Danning 1 for 3. Shortstop Reese picks up a slow grounder. He'll step on second. Side retired. So the Cardinals kept off the scoreboard in the 8th. The Giants got a pounce. They trail 5-1. Here's Pee Wee 0 for 3. Hornsby, Hernandez 1 out. Pagan 1 for 3. Really don't want to use any pinch hitters until the 9th. Popped it up. It's Smith finally grabbing it for the second out. Kent 1 for 3, $2.99 against righties, so I really don't have a need to pull him. Giants will have the heart of the order up. Well, little bit of the heart of the order coming up in the 9th, with Kent getting on board with a base hit. Here's Stretch, 1 for 3 on the day. That's up the middle. Great play by Hornsby. Hornsby saying to his infield mates, I can flash the leather too. And that ends the Giants' hopes in the 8th. We go to the 9th with the score 5-1. I'm going to pull Lyle here. We got left-handed pitching coming up. A left-handed hitter and a switchy. So we will go to, we go to McCormick. We're going to go to Gereltz. Gereltz is going to come in the game. 17 2/3 innings pitched, 13 hits given up, 2 homers, 7 walks, 17 Ks. He's 408, 2-0. His whip is 1.132, and his opposing batting average is 200. Both of them better than the forecasted pace for him. Ozzie back in there, 2 for 4. Hit to center. Pagan coming in hard, making the play for the first out. Hernandez is 1 for 4. And did Hernandez beat it out? No, he did not. A 6-3 putout. Looked a lot closer than it was, I guess. And now the Raja, 1 for 4, now up to 406. Despite hitting 1 for 4 today. Smoke to center. Pagan, can he get to it? Yes, he can. Almost at the warning track. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 5-1. Bobby Bond stepping in. He is 0 for 3. He hits righties, 270. And this is where you ask if you got somebody on the bench who could come in. Oh, look who I have here. I have Mr. Willie Mays. Mays, so far on the year, 204. 5 homers and 13 ribbies. Let's see if he could say hey to Crothers' pitch, and it's a base hit to left. So say hey aboard. Definitely don't want to do any base stealing here. We go to Barry Bones, as Jim Rohn would call him, 334 on the year. 334 against righties. He's 231 on the year, but he should hit righties well. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Little confab before the pitch, which comes now. Ball 4. Walk number 2 for Crothers. Dick Dietz is 0 for 2. He hits righties 266. So again, we look and see if anybody can replace Dietz. And we go to, I don't want to use Cha-Cha Cepeda because he's 318, but his OBS is 939. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Hale. Odell Hale, who has had 5 at-bats on the season, he's hitting 200. And he hits righties 294. Giants trying to get back in this game. They trail 5-1. Here's the pitch from Crothers. That a base hit? No! It's a soft line drive to Hernandez for the first out. Second out, I beg your pardon. So now it's all up to Tom Haller. Haller is 1 for 3, hitting 200. We would have to use Dietz as a D. Actually, I can't replace Haller. So let's just hope he gets a base hit here, because I have no other. I don't think I have any other catchers. And that's the situation I probably need to remedy. Jack Hyatt I probably need to bring in one of these days. So the pitch to Haller is a 4th ball. So now it's 5-1. Recap what has happened in the 9th. A grounder, Mays walked to second, Hale lined to first. Oh, Bonds got caught off first. Okay. So Davenport stepping in. He's 1 for 3. He's supposed to hit righties 273. I have anybody who could hit righty at 273 or better. We'll go with Wynn. Wynn so far on the year 417 in 12 at bats. Just a ribby. Grounder to third. This should do it, and the game is over. The Giants lose to the Cardinals 5-1. And we'll show you the box score now that it has been completed. So Carruthers, the winner, he is 5-0, and he went the distance, only surrendering 1 earned run, 3 walks, 7 Ks. He gave up 100 and did it on 128 pitches. Perry losing 1-5. Lyle and Geraltz relieved him. We used a whole bunch of pitch hitters, and Ozzie Smith is your game MVP. So I'll play the Rays' 23rd game against Toronto. Then we're going to come back and give you game number 24. I don't know who we'll have playing. Could be another Yankee game, considering even if they lose, nobody can catch them for being the best team in the National League. So we could probably go back and look at Yankees in Chicago. But I probably am going to do... let's see here. Kansas City's 13-9, so they could get a game. Los Angeles and Texas 13-9. I'll probably do one of the games between one of those 3 teams. It'll either be a Kansas City game, an Angel game, or a Texas Ranger game. Inclined to do a Kansas City game because that's what I was going to do a couple of days ago. Anyway, this has been Big Paulie coming to you again, wishing you well, Godspeed, and God bless. And we'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.